Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we're going to do our top 5 for 3/24/22. So again, starting with our comedy for this take 5, we're going to do Uncle Buck. Now, this is a double pack. This is Uncle Buck and the Great Outdoors. Uncle Buck is a fantastic comedy. To me, it's one of John Candy's best works. Not his best work, but it's right up there with it. This is like top 3 for John Candy as far as I'm concerned. To me, his best movie that I still like the most is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Uncle Buck came out in 1989. It has an IMDb of 7.07. It has a 100-minute runtime, and it stars John Candy and a very young Macaulay Culkin before Home Alone. So, yeah, pick up Uncle Buck for your comedy. Next up for our horror, we have, yeah, you're going to love this one, 1408. I usually call this movie Room 1408, but it's just 1408. 1408 it could be, now this one I had a hard time saying horror, but it is. What this is a thriller, like a horror thriller, or a thriller horror, however you want to do it. This is definitely a horror and a thriller at the same time. So this is 1408. It has a 6.8 IMDb. I'm not sure if I agree with that. Me personally, I think this deserves over 7, maybe 7.2. It stars John Cusack and Samuel L. Jackson. 94-minute runtime. This is an excellent psych thriller / horror. Really gets you thinking. It's not as scary as it is more like it'll give you the heebie-jeebies, but it's not really scary. It's not terrifying. It's not a lot of jump scares, maybe a couple, but it's more creepy and thrilling than anything else. It has a really intense buildup, and then the ending is not what you think the ending is. This is a fantastic movie. If you never saw 1408, this is Samuel L. Jackson and John Cusack at their best. It's more or less, you're going to see more Cusack. He's got like 90% of the screen time, but Samuel L. Jackson is creepy in the little bit of screen time that he do have. Our action pick for this Take 5 is going to be Payback, starring Mel Gibson. Let me tell you about this movie. Okay, so this is the original DVD. I got this. This was one of my first DVDs. I got this in a promo with a Toshiba DVD player back when DVDs really started taking off. So Toshiba had a deal. If you buy one of their players, you got a coupon for 5 free movies. And this was one of the 5 free movies. This movie is really good. I didn't think it was going to be anything to it because they was giving it away. So let's get down to the numbers. Payback came out in 1999. It has a 7.1 IMDb. I agree. It has a 100-minute runtime, and it stars Mel Gibson and Greg Henry. So in Payback, Mel Gibson was basically, I'm not sure, he was like a gangster. I think he was like an enforcer. And somebody owed him money. He didn't owe him a lot of money. I think he was only owed like 10 grand. And he was really on a tear about this 10 grand. I mean, he really effed a lot of people up for that 10 grand, but it was more or less the principle than anything else. Great action, great acting. You got some heavyweights in here too. Some older heavyweights. Christoph Christopherson is in here. A really good movie. If you can get around to grabbing Payback, grab it on Blu-ray, DVD, whatever format you can grab it on. But if you grab this on DVD, you could probably find this at a couple bucks at your mom and pop store. Probably Blu-ray too if you can find it. Mel Gibson, Payback. Our drama. Now this is a great one right here. Our drama is going to be Fracture. Now Fracture, let's get to the numbers first. Came out in 2007. It has a 7.2 IMDb. I'm not sure if I agree with that being that high. I don't think Fracture should be really higher than 1408. That's why I told you about the ratings. I use it as a guide, but I'll tell you if I don't agree with it. So it's got a 7.2 IMDb. I think this should be about a 6.5. It was a good movie, but I can't see how this is a better movie than 1408, even though they're 2 different types of movies. You know what I mean? It has a 113-minute runtime. Ryan Gosling and Anthony Hopkins. So Anthony Hopkins is a man whose wife is cheating on him. He hatches a plan to kill the wife, and to kill his wife and make it look like he had nothing to do with it. He got away with it for a very long time. He was very smart, very clever, but Ryan Gosling proved to be smarter and clever, and even more clever. So this is a great movie. If you want to watch Anthony Hopkins, Ryan Gosling, I tend to pick up anything with Hopkins in it. I'm a huge fan. Next up, Thriller. The Bone Collector, starring Denzel Washington. You got a host in here. So you got Denzel Washington, Angelina Jolie, Queen Latifah do make an appearance. Very small amount of screen time. And Ed O'Neill, Al Bundy. He's in here. Very small amount of screen time. Fantastic film. It's about a forensic expert, a crime scene analyst. Denzel Washington. He was in an accident in the very beginning of the movie, and it broke his spinal cord. So he's a total quadriplegic, bedridden, can't move anything. And then again, the Bone Collector is, I think it's somebody that he busted years before, sent to prison. He came back for revenge through some very gruesome murders, leaving clues because he know Denzel would figure it out and trace it back to him. Fantastic movie. I really enjoyed this one. It's a great thriller. Angelina Jolie did a great job. Denzel did a great job. This is a fantastic movie. If you got the time, you could grab this on any format. The DVD on this still holds up and looks really good, but of course you'll want the Blu-ray. But again, the Bone Collector. So we went over our 5 minutes. That's fine. We're keeping it, short as possible. Sometimes they're going to go a little bit over 5 minutes, these little Take 5s. But this is D from the Movie Bay. Thanks for watching the Take 5, and I'll see you guys in the next one.